Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. So this is day 2 of the 7 days of top 7s hosted by Book Roast, and today's topic is your top 7 top provoking books, and it could be top provoking in any kind of way. So yeah, I would say let's just get into it and see my picks. So the first book I got is Only Ever Yours by Louise O'Neill, and this is definitely a very underrated book. I don't think nearly anywhere enough people have read this book, because I think I know like one other person who's read this book, and this, until you get to the end, you don't know why it's such a powerful but also kind of horrifying read. When I was finished reading it, it was like 2 at night, and luckily my roommate was also still awake, so she could come over to my room and give me a hug, because I was just crying like, what is this book? Why is this doing this to me? What kind of ending is this? And I was feeling really hopeless at that point, because of this book. So this world is really terrifying. Girls are going to school and all they're doing is basically trying to be the prettiest and the most desirable girl to be picked as wives. The girls that score highest get picked as wives. The girls that score below them are basically becoming prostitutes, and then the girls that score lowest become teachers at that school and they get shaved. And horrible world. And an ending that was like really sad, but I would still recommend it because it was really good and it makes you think, and yeah, it was a really good book. Then on to the second book, and this is another Dutch version, and this is by Gillian Flynn, as you might see, and you guys know it as Gone Girl. And this was another insane book. The characters aren't likable at all. There was a huge plot twist that I did not see coming that I really enjoyed, and that's also mostly the reason why I like this. And it makes you just think about human nature, what we can do to each other, and I kind of wanted to include all of Gillian Flynn's books because and these are just amazing thrillers. I love them so much. I hope she writes more books, and quickly, because I need more of her books. They're like mostly about women, and they're all really interesting, and I don't want to say too much for the people that haven't read it yet or haven't seen the movie yet, but you need to, and quickly. Then the third book is Dangerous Girls by Abigail Haas, another book that is pretty underrated. I love this so much. In the beginning, a girl gets killed and her best friend is accused for her murder, and I think it's in Aruba. Is that true? Yeah, they're in Aruba for spring break, and she has to stay in Aruba because of the trial and stuff, and you go through the whole police investigation and the trial, and at the end you know whether she's found guilty or not. And this was really interesting. It goes back and forth as well between the story now and some flashbacks, and this is another thing about kind of like Twisted Girls high school drama, but to like the next level, I guess. And I just love this so much. I still think about it. Also because I kind of wish I could read it for the first time again. Abigail Haas has another book, Dangerous Boys, which I enjoy, but I would recommend reading that one first because this was like definitely better. So it was kind of like a letdown after reading this first. But yeah, if you like twisted tales about high school drama, murder, stuff like that, definitely read this one. Then the fourth book is actually a really cute book, and that is The School for Good and Evil by Soman Chainani. I hope I said that right. I recently read the third book in the series, and there's like a new series set in the same world with mostly the same characters. I think this is also becoming a movie. I really hope I got that right, because this was super cute, and it's middle grade, so that's pretty... and what I like about it being middle grade is that it has this message that it's about what's inside you and not what's on the outside. So there's this school for good and evil. Everyone gets sorted, and these two girls get picked to go to the school, and like the pretty girl always wanted to go to the school for good, and she befriends this ugly girl as like her good deed, and then that girl gets also picked, so obviously she gets picked for the school of evil. Or not, since they're swapped. So the pretty girl goes to the school for uglies, for evil. The ugly girl goes to the school for good. And yeah, just a really lovable tale of what it is to be good and what it is to be bad, I guess. And I just loved it. I absolutely loved it, and I want everyone to read these books. Then for the fifth book, one you already saw in yesterday's video, and once again I only have the second one, but yeah, so this is The Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by Victoria Swap. And what was so thought-provoking about this one was that it kind of questions what makes you human, what makes a monster, and that was really well done in this book, and I absolutely loved it. And yeah, that's just, it makes you think about that, and it's an amazing book. Also, please go and read it. For the sixth book, this is also a Dutch version, but I've got The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, and so this is actually the third book, but I guess the whole series, but actually the first book in general. I read it, I don't know, it was quite some years ago, and I felt kind of sick after reading the first book. I mean, I really enjoyed it, but I also hated it, as it was such a cruel and gruesome world, and I just hated what was being done to these kids, and it made me really sick thinking about it also, because I can kind of see it happening, like in a really twisted way. It does make sense, as it's, I don't know, I mean, it obviously is very wrong, very sick, but it does keep these people in check. And I don't know, it just made me really sick, and I think it was at least a year before I was even thinking about reading the next two books, and I got them for Christmas, but I'm not sure if I would have read them otherwise. Even though I love this series so much, I love the movies, it was amazing, but it was also really sick. This world was insane. But yeah, it also like started my love for YA and dystopian books, but yeah, it was definitely thought-provoking, for sure. Yeah. And then the last book for today is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I hope you guys don't get blinded by this. So I read this really recently, and the reason why I thought it was thought-provoking was because of Aiden, the artificial intelligence machine thing in this book. I I don't want to spoil too much, but he makes some choices and does some things that could be viewed as bad, but from like a very logical perspective, that definitely made sense. And this might be a pretty unpopular opinion, but I could still identify with him. I don't know if it's a him, I don't know. I guess because of Aiden, it kind of sounds like an him. So I'm gonna just say him. I guess it's an it. I could identify with it and its choices. Even though it was like brutal and bad, I got, like, there was a very logical explanation behind it. So yeah, I was definitely thinking about that a lot while reading it. Like, I know it's bad, but I also get why it's doing it. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that if you read the book, because you probably know what I'm talking about. Am I the only person that thinks that twisted? I mean, I'm not saying I would make the same choices, but I can definitely understand why these choices were being made. So yeah, let me know what you think. Also, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, if you do, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of my future videos, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!